Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego City Gaming Tournament Truck Set. This is set number 60388. It has 344 pieces, and I paid $32 for this set. Now, this set retails for $40 about, so 20% off would be $8 off, bringing it down to $32. So 20% off is usually kind of the standard sale price to find Lego sets on. If you can get it, a bigger discount than that, that's better. But this was okay for me. I wasn't super keen on this at $40. At $32 seemed reasonable to me. It looked like there's a decent sized thing here, several minifigures. I play video games, including some competitive games that would have like a thing like this. Look like there's some maybe cool kind of functions and features of this. I wanted to see how the truck section connects to the cab here, and it just seemed like a interesting set that I've been looking at for a while and finally decided to grab. So I'm pretty excited for this one, and so in this video I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego City Gaming Tournament truck set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then to remind you that if you like this video, click the thumbs up, give it a like, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. So I ended up really enjoying this build, and there was some questions I had when I bought this about how this was going to turn out. I was very happy to see, and I think this is true with all city vehicles, that it was 6 wide, and I really was interested in seeing how the whole trailer and everything was done, especially knowing what sort of functions and features and details this had. There were some really unique pieces, like these kind of bigger pieces used for the base of the trailer bed there, which are pretty unique, and I don't see that often. And then I loved how this was kind of divided up in half, essentially, to accommodate all the different internal details that provide, the main draw for this set. And I think the designer handled it really, really well. I think the color choices are really smart. The build was really fun, and there's tons of stuff to do here. You can see those panels do have printed details on them, the ones I just put in there. There's really good functionality. It does use some big pieces, some of these big like black panel pieces. You use several of those, as well as the ones that eventually become the siding there. I loved all the color and detail on the top and on the sides. It's a really, really nice choice and fits the theme really well. There are some stickers in this set, but I didn't mind those at all. I think I did maybe mix some stuff up about the minifigures in my full review, but that's cool. Again, these panel pieces for the sides of the trailer are a really unique piece, and I'll show more of those later as we go. So this was just a really enjoyable build, and I'm super pleased with how it turned out. And now back to the rest of the build for this set, and then on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego City Gaming Tournament truck set. So I really like a lot of this, and like some of the things that I was interested in seeing, I think were pulled off really well. It's not perfect, but it's close to where I wouldn't want anything changed. There's one thing that I'm kind of surprised by, but there is a lot of really cool stuff here, and I think it looks great, so that's very, very nice. But the first thing we'll take a look at is the minifigures, like we normally do. So we get 4 minifigures in this set. First one I'll show, we have maybe an announcer and maybe also the driver or something like that. So they have a little bit of a microphone here. They have a torso with the print, which looks like a minifigure head with some headphones on or a headset, and the goggles or the glasses are like buttons on a controller. It's the same emblem that's right here, so that's good to see that. Nothing really on the back. Whoops. The face printing is good, pretty excited announcing face there, pretty average hairpiece, no alternate face for this one, so that's good. And then there's another one of a person who works, I think, at or with the gaming tournament truck versus the players here. And so we have this one, which I think is somebody who maybe sells merch or something like that, and they have like this fist kind of emblem on there, similar color scheme to some of the other stuff. Really cool color for the hairpiece there, and they do have an alternate face, not too much going on back here, so good to get the alternate face there. And this glove emblem will come into play more as we go through this. And then we have the two, well, what I think of as the, wait, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. This is one of the players. Or no. Yes. No. Maybe this is somebody who's in attendance or also working. I'm not actually sure anymore. I've sort of lost my way here, but they have a jacket, kind of like a hoodie there, pretty basic hairpiece, alternate face, pretty happy there. You can see the hoodie on the back. They have a printed tile for a smart device here. I know this is at least one of the players here. So the blue hair is really, really cool. We got some glasses, surprise face, has a nice striped torso with kind of a sword in there, blue for the legs, nothing on the midsection or the legs for any of these, or the arms really. And this one does have an alternate face too, which maybe is their more competitive gaming face, and then their more surprised face. So that's really good. Let me grab the instructions here, just so I can see. Okay. So I would say the announcer maybe drives and sells merch, and then this is a player, and this is a player, and maybe this is somebody who's in the audience or like a fan or something, which that works out well. So 4 minifigures, nothing too crazy. I think they're pretty good for, you know, city stuff. I do like the hair colors for the players here, which are nice, so that's good, and I like how the logo matches. And then the rest of the set besides the minifigures is this truck, and we don't really get a like side build type stuff necessarily, but the first thing you build is the cab of the truck here, so I'll show that. It's really small, really economical. I was kind of interested to see how the trailer connected to the like cab here, and also just interested to see how some of this stuff was done. So it has a lot of these like green Nexonite shields and these triangle tiles, which is really cool with the white and the black. I think that's really great. There's no doors or anything on here. We do have a nice windscreen. It's pretty basic. It doesn't use a like chassis or anything like that, just some plates, and the axles. These have these are bigger wheels up front, but not that big. They look like slightly smaller than like a Speed Champions wheel here. Fenders around the front ones, which are nice. And then we do have the piece here with the Technical there. On the top, you can see another sticker, and that is the same emblem as on the shirt and on the side of the truck. We also have a sticker for the license plate here, and the 60388, I believe, is the set number. So this is cool. I really like the color blocking, the little stripes of green and the black and the white. I think that's really, really smart and really well done. It's a super simple cab design. Can fit minifigures in there. Center steering 6 wide. I was really interested in how they were going to do this set 6 wide, and it's actually where some of my concerns are, but the cab is simple enough. That's the first thing you build, and then you start building the trailer. So this is pretty big. It does use some interesting pieces. So first I'll kind of show the bottom. We can see we have these big pieces here that kind of have this step. It's like a super modified plate there, and you get 2 of those that have this big thing here, and that allows for the wheels to be at the rear, and then this axle just goes through that hole, and you don't add anything else to that like on the bottom. It just fits in there, and then it can be detached pretty easily, and this can be stood up here. So that's that. And this is really cool too. Again, the color blocking is really smart. There are some stickers on here. There are actually 2 sticker sheets in this set, so we can take a look at those. We have this one and this one, and I'll kind of point those out as we go. So kind of a lot of stickers, a couple on the cab here, and then this one here. It's the same on the other side. This one here, same on the other side there, and then there's more going on inside. So the shape of this is really cool. I like the cutout there. It makes sense, and it also allows for a lot of room in the center, and then have the wheels in the back. I was very impressed that this was 6 wide here, which is nice. I really liked the choice up here. I guess there is kind of a side build, and that's this trophy here, and it's just like a game controller with a little bit of gold and translucent. It's a very simple trophy but super effective. And then there's a gold jumper in here, so that can be stored in there, and then this canopy with the trans green or whatever goes over that, and I think that's really, really sweet. So I like to see that. Up top we have a kind of a logo. It's a spinning thing here that looks like a game controller with a D-pad and some buttons there, which is nice. Good to see that. We have nice color up top. Go around to the back. We have like a little bit of steps here using these fence pieces. I thought that was really smart, because like sometimes on a tour bus or on a truck like this, they might have like fold out kind of steps that are almost like grated or like a grate, and so this actually really worked for me, a nice use of that. The other side is pretty much the same, and then we have very small wheels back here, which I was a little bit concerned about. I wasn't sure how I was going to like those. I actually ended up liking them. I wasn't sure about some of the color choices in here, but it's not too bad. It doesn't pull me out of it very much, which is awesome. And then if you've seen the box and you've seen the instructions, there is more internal stuff here. So we get 2 of these big pieces with the kind of just studs around the outside and a bunch of bar elements here, so we can clipped on there. So you get 2 of those, and then we use some of the Nexonite shields and those triangle tiles, and they clip onto the roof of this. And so what that allows is for you to open this up, and in here we can see some more stickers. So here's a sticker and here's a sticker. These characters there, I think, represent the game characters. So those are relatively big stickers, but they're on the underside. They get hidden, and they were pretty easy to apply. So these gloves, I think, is the glove that is on this person's torso, and this kind of sword and the blue is on this person's torso, so the colors correspond there. And then we have some fold-out gaming desks here, and I'll pop this off so we can see it. This is a sticker here for the blue side. We have like a little mouse there. We have a keyboard that's printed, and this goes on there. There's also a seat on there, so a minifigure can sit there. And then on the other side, we have a different screen that is a sticker, printed keyboard, and the mouse. I actually ended up doing something that I don't normally do, which is I didn't follow the directions exactly. The way the instructions had this, the one player would use their right hand for their mouse, and another player would be using their left hand for the mouse, the way they had it set up. And so I made a change for that, because I think it's pretty rare for people to use left-handed mice, and I think, even as far as I know, even people who are like have their left hand as their dominant hand for writing and throwing and stuff like that often don't use their left hand as a mouse either. So I think it was a little bit weird for me. It didn't make it more symmetrical, but I wanted it to be like a little more realistic. So now both of the characters have the mouse on the right of the keyboard there, and these are on like kind of a ratchet hinge, so they can be positioned not all the way in there like that, or all the way out, or like at an angle there, which is nice. Really smart design in here, how this was done, like tiled out and with the rail pieces. Love the color choices. The color blocking is really smart, how it reflects what the characters are wearing, what the game characters are at. And then if you can see behind that, there's even more going on. So I'll flip those out all the way. We can see these same characters that are up here, kind of in the screen there. There's a big window piece in here, and then behind that there's a couple tiles there, and those are stickers as well. The bit behind the tiles are printed, so those on those like panel pieces are prints, kind of like mountains and different stuff. And here we can see we can move these, and I'll show the mechanism that allows that. So as these players are playing, you can kind of make an action scene go on between them, and it reminded me of the game Nidhogg, which is sort of like, you know, it's just like a 2D thing and you're trying to fight your way to the other person's end. And then there's kind of like a score or health type thing as well, which is these kind of like teeth pieces above them. And then you have like the blue health and the orange health, or progress or leveling or something, experience. You can move those little red pointers above there. They're a little bit stiff to move, but over time that'll loosen up a little bit. So that's a really, really neat feature to have that in there. I really like that for play and for display. It's a super cool like hidden thing there. So to make that work, I will show the back here, because the other side does flip up. And these are the pieces that have the print on them. And then these bits here are what you slide to make the characters move. And that's actually one of the things that I don't like about this. And then to move those pointers up there is on this Technic axle right there. So that's how you move these red bits that are at the top. But what I don't like about these, it's a really simple mechanism. It works really well. It's fluid. It's nice. I just don't like this. And I'm actually surprised that Lego did this, because I don't think it's illegal necessarily. I don't know if it puts extra strain on the pieces in any meaningful way, but this does not close all the way. It's got one plate of width at the bottom that makes it stick out, while this one can close all the way. And that's just a surprising thing for me to see, I think. And I didn't expect it. I don't know if there's a way to modify it to make it so it would close all the way. You know, this side does. And I was wondering if this was up a little bit and in a little bit, maybe there's a way, but it doesn't seem like it. So, you know, for the most part, that's the back of the vehicle. I mean, it's the side of the vehicle, but this is the one where the action is, so it's not super noticeable, but it was something that I made note of. It just kind of seemed weird to me that Lego would do that. So that was an interesting choice, but I do really like the function, and it makes it really, really fun to play with and also show, because it's a pretty striking vehicle, like when it's closed up, but it just adds a whole new level when you can set it up with this and have the game characters interacting with each other there. The colors are really, really smart. And then there's even more. So we can see we have some hinges by these stickers here. So we can open up the rear, and we have a couple more stickers. We have a sticker on the orange and a sticker on the blue, and again, those kind of reference the game characters and the players here. And then we have kind of the blue sword that is on the torso and in the you know, on the game characters thing, and in the game there, you can buy a version of that, maybe a foam version. It's just like the blue katana kind of Ninjago thing, but it's really cool that it pops up everywhere and the stickers. And then you have one to put at the back, and then we also have those minifigure accessories. That's like those gloves, or like a Hulk fist, or different characters will wear those. And so you could have a character buy those as well and put those on to root for whoever they're rooting for. And I think that is a really, really nice touch. We do have a cash register printed slope here, which is okay. And then, yeah, so these are some more stickers, and we can see the sword and the glove kind of on that. So this is really, really, really cool. And the color, the choices to use, like translucent different places, translucent like red, and then orange and red, and orange and green, and different translucent colors is really, really nice. And so you have like a merch sale thing in here. You have the computers and the gaming setups. You have the actual like a big screen TV showing what the characters might be seeing on their monitors, and it's just pretty spot on for a gaming truck. I think this is a great idea for a set. I wouldn't ever really expect Lego to do something like this, but as like esports become bigger and bigger, I think it was really smart and pretty well executed. Not perfect, but pretty good. So there is a lot of really, really cool stuff here. I like to get those printed panels. You get 3 of those. The build was super, super interesting, really engaging to kind of split this in half to have kind of the mechanisms in the back and then have all the visual stuff over here. It made it for a really unique build instead of just, you know, a symmetrical build or you know, something else where it's just cut down the middle, or if this is just storage. I think it made a great use of space, even, you know, up here in the front and in the back. It's a super smart use of space, and there's not that many pieces in this set, but it's really, really pretty cool. So you can sit these figures down in there and have these other people doing, you know, whatever else, close it all up, hitch this on there, and then this can, you know, drive around, and this could operate on city streets if you have a Lego city. And I was actually pretty impressed by how, you know, well it maneuvers, and the wheels are such that you can slide them pretty easily, which is not too bad. It feels pretty stable, and I just think it's super, super cool looking. I really like the colors. I really like some of this design stuff for some of these details. It's a nice mix of stickers and not stickers. There is a good amount of stickers, but some of them felt pretty important, you know, to get the monitors, to get the like merch ones. These are the characters that slide back and forth. These are the big character posters that are up here. Then we have like the truck details for the side and the roof of the cab there, and then the license plate. So it's not a big deal for me. I think 11 stickers total, but, you know, 2 number 3s and 2 number 2s, which are the ones that are on both sides. And I think it looks really, really cool like this. This is a super interesting set, and I can't say I've ever really built a Lego set like this. This has a lot of things that are relatively new and pretty interesting to me. So I really like to see that. I'll show the extra pieces here. And because you do get some, you get an extra of the tire, which is the smaller one for the back, extra of the katana, extra of the microphone, and then your like slopes, your studs, your 1x1s, your tiles, all the different colors for the buttons on the controller you get an extra of. And so you get all of those. Good to get those. And this set is 344 pieces, retails for $40. 4 minifigures, some specialized ones with nice torsos. You get these pieces, which are a pretty unique piece. You know, they have not full like anti-stud on the bottom. They have a bunch of these bar pieces there, and then like a bunch of panel space here, tile space here, with just studs going around the you know, kind of border. And I'd be interested to see what other sets this piece comes in, because I'm sure it comes in several, and I may even have versions of this piece, but it's just a pretty unique piece. It's a big piece. Same for the pieces that go underneath the trailer here that kind of make up the structure of the bottom. Those are big and kind of unique. So there's some big pieces in here, which is interesting. And so, you know, I actually think this is a really good size and is kind of a good deal for a city vehicle. Now, I didn't actually pay retail. I paid $32 for this set, which is 20% off. that's a good deal. That feels about right. There's enough stuff here, big stuff, specialized stuff. There's enough play potential, display potential. You get 4 minifigures to really occupy the space, and there's just lots of kind of hidden stuff, which I really, really appreciate. I think the merch was a super good idea. I think the trophy case area was a super good idea. And then, this stuff was executed really, really well. I would say like almost exceptionally. I just don't love the gap on the other side, but if it allows for the movement of the characters behind the screen here, I think that's probably worth making a concession for. So that's really great. The cab is pretty basic, but I do like how, I do like all the color blocking. I do like the mimic of styles and details on like this stuff and right here. This actually just looks really, really cool for the cab of a truck or semi or whatever. And this is a super neat design, super cool idea for a set. And I think it's really, really great. And I think the value is here, actually. I mean, I thought I was going to come into this one saying I thought this was overpriced. At $40, maybe it is. Maybe $35. I'm always kind of advocating for Lego to be more affordable. But $40 doesn't seem outrageous for this set. And there's a lot of Lego here, it feels like to me. So I'm glad I got it for $32. So maybe that's the benchmark, 20% off. That's pretty good. If it was $30, that would be excellent. But breaking this down, this does feel like it's a pretty substantial vehicle, and it's a good bit bigger than the recycling truck, which I recently did a video about. Has more minifigures and more specialized stuff. And I think that one retails for maybe 30 or 35 or something like that. So, I understand why this was marked at 40, but I'm very happy to get it for the sale that I did. And I really, really like this. I just wish this closed all the way. So that's the bigger complaint. And then the rest of it, I think, is pretty spot on. So I had a lot of fun building it, a lot of fun playing with it, rolling it around. I'm going to have fun setting it up. I think it's a great idea. So very, very cool. If you like this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up and giving it a like. And if you like my other videos, click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more Lego City, and then just tons of other Lego sets from all different themes, all different shapes, sizes, price points, piece counts, age ranges, eras of release, retired, new, all different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. And if you want to support this channel and support my videos here, you can do that right here on YouTube with memberships and supers and thanks and all that wonderful stuff. And I still have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. You can get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive videos, and I'm working on some other stuff for that. So I'm going to keep trying to build a community there, and every little bit helps. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.